Oh, baby. Oh, I'm back. And I made it all by myself. How about that? We're going to leave this gun show now because old Rusty achieved his objective. So now he's going to get the hell out of Dodge while he can. Notice how this place is filling up. And old Bubba is in there doing business. And I'm telling you, these people are like gypsies. If you think that you're going to bargain and beat these people, these people could bargain with Donald Trump. I'll guarantee you. They know how to start high and not move much. But anyway, this is the gun show in Central Texas, USA, and Rusty 78609 just slipped in there and bought him a 12 gauge pump Winchester model 1300 shotgun in pretty damn good shape. I'd say it's in above average, not new, but no rust, no nothing. The action works smooth. And anyway, that is going to be my home protection. You got me? And if old Predator Philip comes running in my house thinking he's going to steal something and get out, I've got some buckshot. Now, folks, you may have heard of buckshot in your lifetime. May have heard of it. But if you ever saw what it does to a deer or an animal, it'll put fear into your heart. Because at 30 feet in that range, or 50 feet, buckshot is lethal. I promise you that. But what did they have in there that was really interesting? Oh, I've been to a lot of these gun shows. Sometimes I just go just to look. Today I did look around a little bit. And of course they've got the AKs and the semi-automatics that look lethal and awesome, but just remember, a weapon is a weapon is a weapon. The looks of the weapon doesn't make it any more dangerous at all. That round or that bullet coming out of the end of that barrel is what makes it dangerous. And a 44 Magnum just happens to be a whole lot more lethal than a 22 pistol. If you want a home defense weapon, a 22 pistol is not going to do you a whole lot of good. All you're going to do with that is piss somebody off and get hurt. What you want is a weapon that when you have to fire it, if you hit the target anywhere, that it is down. That's it. All the aggressiveness is out. Don't have a pistol that just hurts somebody. If you have to defend your person or your home or your property, in my opinion, you want to do the most damage you can as quickly as you can to bring your enemy to the ground and take all the fight out of it, whatever it is, male, female, or LGBT, don't make a damn. So, what did I see? Well, they've got some semi-automatic weapons in there that'll scare you to look at them. Now, some of those weapons, the semi-automatics, the AKs and the M16s and stuff, they're sold to you as a semi-automatic weapon, but with a little gun sense and a few extra parts, you can make them full automatic. Now, does that really make a lot of difference? A lot of people think, oh, he had an automatic weapon. Well, in my opinion, an automatic weapon is just a big waste of ammo, okay? Now, in certain situations, full auto is good. I mean, if you're just surprised by a group of people and you have your weapon on full auto, yeah, you can do a lot of damage real quick. But by and large, a full automatic weapon would just get you out of ammo because a clip on the M16 or magazine holds 20 rounds. And I'll tell you how quickly it is used up because I've used one. On full automatic, when you pull that trigger and you say burst of eight, and stop, you've fired 16 rounds. You have 4 rounds left in that magazine. 4 rounds, and that's almost exact every time. Burst of eight, you got 4 rounds left. And you better know that, because you don't want to go too long, empty the magazine, and there you stand with your hand in your pants trying to find another magazine. Now, I used to have 2 of them duct taped together, and all you had to do was just push a button, flick that one out, and turn it over and stick it right back in. So you had 40 rounds of instant firepower, which can save your life in certain situations. Do you need that as a home defense weapon? I got old Dudley Do-Right right on my behind. You don't tell me they're already after me for buying shotguns at gun show. God damn. Come on, guys. Give me a break. But anyway, I'm just driving now and killing time. But what else? And of course, they've always got a lot of knives and a lot of handguns. In fact, one guy tried to sell me he said, well, you can take this 44 Magnum here and put shot shells in it. Yeah, right. 44 Magnum, come on. That'll hurt your hand. You want something you can handle, and you don't want to be scared to fire the weapon. DPS didn't follow me. Thank goodness. I was getting a little paranoid there for a minute. So, but anyway, they had a lot of pistols, a lot of handguns, rifles, deer rifles, a lot of 22s, 410s, 12 gauge shotguns. I grew up around guns or weapons, and in the military there used to be a deal, this is your weapon, this is your gun, this is for fighting, this is for fun. Well, maybe the men will understand that. But as far as home defense, in my opinion, if the weapon is not readily accessible, then it is virtually useless. All right? Now, that doesn't mean you need to walk around with a shotgun strapped on your back, but it does mean most burglaries occur between midnight and 5 a.m., or home invasions is what they call them now. And the reason is the burglar does not want to be confronted. They're basically coward. They want to go in, get whatever they want to get the hell out, and hopefully you don't even know they were there. Rarely does a home invader come in with the intention of doing damage to the individuals in the home. Occasionally it happens, so you have to assume that that's going to happen if there's an invader in your home. And with that in mind, then you must have something that will eliminate that guy or girl's intentions without conscience. So anyway, going around all those weapons got me all stirred up. But no, they didn't have any hand grenades. They didn't have any grenade launchers. They didn't have any rockets. And a lot of people, again, in the Northeast, I say Northeast, assuming they may be more gun nuts there than there are here. But in my mind, the liberals live in the North and Northeast. In their mind, it's the weapon that causes the crime. That if you remove weapons from the scene, in other words, that like in Mexico, the population cannot have or possess a weapon, the citizens. Now, the police can, the drug cartels can, gangs can, but the average guy can't. And if he's caught with one, he'll spend some time in the hoosegow, jail. And that's where they want to go in the U.S. Now, you look at France, for example, they have the most strict gun laws probably of any nation in the world, and they also have now some of the largest terrorist events in the world And, you know, if I was a terrorist, where do I want to strike? I want to strike where I'm not going to get hurt. I don't want to strike old Bubba in Tennessee, because I know that three-toothed dog is armed to the teeth. And even if I get him, I may not get the neighbors. You know, so it's a catch-22. But I am totally for Second Amendment rights, that the people's right to bear arms should not be infringed upon, and that right should just be carved in stone. Now, when we get to the point where artificial intelligence has just surpassed mankind, then, you know, all that'll be phased out. You know, religions will be phased out, governments will be phased out. You know, everything will just move into this la-la land that is peace and harmony and virtually nothing. You know, no emotion. We're getting to that now. I mean, you go to or talk to one of these telephone customer service reps from India, and, you know, they're not concerned. You know, they're reading their script on the screen, the computer screen in front of them, and if you step outside of that, then they're lost. You know, there's no humanity there. It's just a human robot doing a not enviable job. So, anyway, what else? Gun show. I did achieve my objective. See, the deal is, too, there was no background check, no bill of sale, no nothing. This guy handed me a 12-gauge shotgun. I inspected it. I handed him $10, $20 bills and walked out the door with a weapon. Well, on the way out, I bought me some buckshot. Now, buckshot's expensive, particularly if you get the kind I got. And the reason I got this is I'll take the plug out of the shotgun. The shotgun right now is set up to hold 3 rounds. Okay, that's 3 shells. Rounds, shells, same thing. But what you can do, there's a wooden plug in there that you can take out, and it'll allow you to put in 3 more. And I'll do that when I get home. Now, the downside of doing that is if I was out hunting, say I chose to go bird hunting somewhere, and a game warden came up and he checked my weapon and saw that I had removed the plug, then they not only confiscate the weapon, but they fine you $154. So you've lost, in my case, $354 worth of value. And but for me, if I do any bird hunting, I'll do it on my own property. And at my age in Texas, I don't have to have a hunting license anymore. I'm exempt. And so that's that. So this has been an interesting day. I'm not through yet. I'm going to go home here in a minute. I need to get a box of shotgun shells, and I'm trying to remember if there's any place around here to get any other than driving all the way to Marble Falls and going to Walmart. And I believe I'm going to have to go to Walmart, because I could have bought some at the gun show. They have shotgun shells there, but the only thing they have there are very expensive, lethal stuff. And what I want is, I want to get some 4-shot, and they have that at Walmart, and you can buy it there for about $10, or not even that, probably $8 a box, 20 rounds. And one box will last me a lifetime. And but to fire the weapon, just to get used to the feel, because you need to do that. If you ever buy a weapon, fire it so that you become comfortable with it, so that when the situation arises, you know what to expect, and you're not scared of that weapon. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Because until you fired it, particularly like a shotgun has a little kick to it. Not much. A 12 gauge has a little kick to it. Do you need to put it up to your shoulder to fire it? That's the proper position. But you can hold it at hip level, kind of brace the weapon against your hip, and just turn with the weapon against your hip, and it'll work very effectively. And you can chamber around, pump that mechanism and chamber around pretty quickly doing that. And with a shotgun, the biggest advantage of a shotgun, and most people know this, is that at 30 feet, you've got a pattern that's probably about 6 to 8 feet wide. Okay? And what that means is you don't have to be a real good shot to hit something. And that's what happens in a volatile situation is you may get nervous, your hand may start to shake a little bit, or you may jerk the trigger. And if you've got a pistol in your hand, you could miss your target entirely. In fact, I know that's happened to me. And but with a shotgun, you can jerk the trigger or be a little nervous, and you're still going to do a lot of damage. And that's the main thing you want to do. You want to get that opponent on the ground, and as quickly as you can, disable them entirely. Don't stop firing until it stops moving. Now I know that in the courthouse that's not going to sound too good. You know, how come you shot him 6 times? Well, the answer to that is I was going to make sure he couldn't do any damage. Period. He scared me. So, but I'd rather be explaining to the judge than him or her or it. You got me? So anyway, the gun show kind of got me going, didn't it? I got a car right on my ass, and I hate that. But anyway, I'll pull over here and let them by in a minute, because I need to turn around. Anyway, how long has this thing been going on? Long enough, I guess. But anyway, the gun show was good. I enjoyed it. I accomplished my mission, which was great. I didn't want to do a background check because I don't want any records of me having this weapon. Why? Because at some point, through the use of computers and getting the cooperation of local police departments across the U.S., it wouldn't take them long to confiscate a large portion of weapons that are on file. You know, it wouldn't take long at all. Everybody thinks, well, they'd never get that done. Well, that's crap. You know, you just start a systematic program. You got X number of deputies, X number of policemen. You know, they work so many a day. Next thing you know, you got a whole neighborhood cleaned out. And is that going to happen in my lifetime? I don't know. Do I believe the world's going to end tomorrow? No. Do I believe that home invasion is going to? Do I think a burglar would want to rob me in my RV? No, not really. But I don't know, man. It just gives me peace of mind to reach out of my bed, just kind of lay my hand on a shotgun and kind of rub it a little bit. You know what I mean? And then roll over and go back to sleep. You see what I mean? And now what I'll do, I'll take my pistol and keep it permanently in the car. You know, that way I don't have to take it back and forth, because sometimes I forget it. And if anything's going to happen, as you know, Murphy's Law, it's that one time that you didn't do it, that something happens. Just like me in Lubbock, Texas. Walk out of a restaurant in broad daylight, a little, travel weary, and did my routine left-right check, and apparently wasn't very thorough. Okay, I made a mistake because Leroy Jones was waiting for me. I got to get rid of this car behind me, and I also got to end this video. Okay, guys, that's the gun show thing, and the next thing I'm going to do when I get home, I got to get me some ammo first, is I'm going to shoot this shotgun, and then I'll let y'all see it and hear it and the whole thing. We'll do that probably later on today. But anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, enjoy your day. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios. Bye, bye. Well, that's not good, not good. Bye, 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 bye. Getting better.